5 weeks ago, in the beginning of March, I was walking down the street to go to my first Muay Thai session. The bus was nearly here, my headphones were blasting with rap music, and I was feeling pumped up and ready. On the journey towards the Muay Thai gym, I was playing 50 Cent and heavy rap music through my headphones, hyping me up, energizing me so I could devour this session. As I hopped off the bus, I looked across the street, and there the Muay Thai gym was. I had to enter this dark alleyway and walk up these winding stairs in order to get there. I could hear the grunts and the pain that the people were going through above. I was 15 minutes early, so I started to socialize with some of the people there, talking about their Muay Thai experience, what they do, and there was a couple friendly guys there. To warm up, we did skipping. So I got this heavy ass rope and started skipping, and my arms were burning. I could only go for about 20 seconds before I put my head down to the floor and looked down in despair. As I looked around me when I was skipping, everyone else was flowing like water. They were doing all these moves with their feet, literally like the professional boxers do. And as I was staring at them, the rope kept tripping up on my legs. And I had no socks on as well, so it kept whipping at my toes. Then after the skipping, we did some push-ups, some squats, some burpees, and then got into the main workout. Everyone else knew each other there. I was quite new, so I was the guy that had no friends. So I had to go through those awkward conversations saying, hey mate, do you have a partner, do you have a partner? But eventually I found one. I partnered up with this Mexican guy that just got back from his holiday. As we were doing the kicks, I was also doing the training. We were doing pad work, so I was punching the pads. He was telling me to perfect my kick, and as I kept kicking and kicking, this was my first session, mind. I was 20 minutes into it. I kept getting so annoyed at myself because I couldn't perfect the kick. If some of you do Muay Thai, you know you have to get the kick with your shin and you need to twist your hips, twist your legs, and it was so difficult to get. And I looked around and all these other guys were like English versions of Bruce Lee, getting the kicks, moving like water, flowing. They were doing it with ease, and every second I looked to them, it just made my kick even worse. I got more unhappy with myself. Then we switched pads. The Mexican guy started to kick the pads and punch them. I was holding them out for him, and he was showing me how it was done. I was slowly starting to get it. The next thing you know, the instructors got us doing knees. So this guy is sweating, drenched with sweat, long hairs dripping all over me. He's kneeing the pads, holding onto my neck. It just feels horrible. I'm soaked in another man's sweat. Pause. So the session started to finish, and I was a bit annoyed because I didn't really make much progress. I expected myself to come there, be like Muhammad Ali. He's a boxer though. Get the kicks, get the punches, pow, 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 pow. That's what I expected. Then when I got there, my ego kind of got shattered, and I realized how difficult it was. And as I was walking back, I walked down that alleyway back towards the bus stop. I realized there's no reason that I should get annoyed. I was doing Muay Thai for about 30 minutes. These guys have been doing it for years and years. I was comparing myself to others, and it was just ruining my progress, quite literally. This went on for about 2 or 3 weeks. Then I finally decided to stop looking at others when I'm working out, when I'm doing the Muay Thai sessions, and instead maybe take a different approach. It's been 5 weeks since then, and I've actually progressed a decent bit in Muay Thai. My kicks are getting better, my skips are getting better, and it's probably because of one thing. I stopped comparing myself to others. Now I know comparison is everywhere in this world today, especially with social media, everyone showing stuff online. Look, I've got muscles, you're comparing yourself to me right now. But I'm going to go over some lessons and actionable steps that I've learned from comparing myself to other people. Because it's not always just in Muay Thai. I've done it in so many other things. It's kind of built into us humans. We look at other people, we don't have what they have, so we feel a bit upset or we feel a bit dissatisfied. So the first lesson, which is what I kind of said earlier, is don't compare. You've probably heard this a lot as well. Don't compare your level 1 to someone else's level 100. Mind this, I was in the Muay Thai session for 20 minutes and I was already getting annoyed because I was looking around at the other guys. I was looking at the other guys like Cameron and the other people. And they were killing it. But why would I compare myself to them? I'm 20 minutes into this journey. They're 10 years into this journey. For me to get to their level, it's going to take so long. So the only person, it sounds cringy, but the only person I should be comparing myself to is me with the previous session. Just improve myself. Because if I measure myself to others, there's always going to be this massive gap. I'm never going to get there. And I'm not even going to enjoy the sport. I'm always going to have a dissatisfaction. It's going to make me a bit unhappy. It links to the iceberg effect as well. So say this is the iceberg. The top of the iceberg is the red bit. We always see everyone's successes, everyone's amazing stuff. So in the Muay Thai session, I was seeing everyone doing the sick kicks, doing all the nice acrobatic skills. But I was only seeing this. I wasn't looking at the 10 years maybe they put into it, 12 years, all the pain and suffering and trials and tribulations and lessons they went through, the iceberg effect can really fuck us up. So an actionable step from this is be aware when you're next on social media. And I don't just mean Instagram and TikTok, I mean YouTube as well. Because think about it, on YouTube, you've got all these guys telling you to make money, to get into relationships, to do this, which is great. I respect that so much. But if we compare ourselves to them, it's going to make us feel a little bit, oh man, I thought I was doing good, but now this guy's got a supercar. Fuck's sake. So an actionable step is delete social media, delete Instagram, delete TikTok. Or maybe when you're on it, try be aware, try be mindful that, why am I going on this app? Is it because I'm going to learn something new? Or is it because I'm indulging in other people's lives? Because I made another video on this, I'll make a new one soon. The main reason people go on social media is because we care too much about other people's lives. It's simple. And if we care too much about other people's lives, we're more likely to compare ourselves to them. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. It's kind of what I just said. When we compare ourselves to others, there's a big gap. The joy gets taken out of us, we feel dissatisfied, etc., etc. But what we can do is reframe this comparison as the thief of joy. Because most of the time we look at really successful people and then we kind of look at them in resentment. We're like, oh, he's a scammer. Oh, he's this, he's that. Oh, I don't want to be rich. I don't want to have a physique like him. We kind of look at them. We kind of look at them in anger and resentment. Like you see some guy making 10k a month, so you immediately think he sells courses, he's a scammer, blah, blah, blah. Maybe there's some of those people, but we need to kind of reframe this. We need to reframe this bias we've got in our mind. So one good thing is when we have the people that are higher up in us, whether in its social skills, relationships, physique, money, etc., etc., instead of looking at them and comparing ourselves and getting annoyed, we could actually look at them and use them for inspiration. Maybe ask them something like, when I was in the Muay Thai session, I was speaking to my friend Cameron, he's been doing it for 10 years. I asked for some tips, he gave me some tips. I could have looked at him and said, been really annoyed with myself because I'm not at his level. But instead, I'm learning from the higher levels. Another way you can do this is all these successful YouTubers. You can maybe watch some of their videos, make some notes, and learn from them. So maybe an actionable step is, look at those people around you. Maybe you have your friend that's really good at getting girls. Maybe you have a friend that's really good at getting money. And then ask them for help, ask them for inspiration. So say with my friend Lewis and Joe, these guys are crazy social masters and they've got lots of other advice as well. But when I speak to them, I kind of, because they're kind of at a higher level than me in some aspect, I was speaking to them and learning from them instead of looking up at them and being like, fuck man, I'm never going to be at his level 100. So ask those people around you, maybe read some books on how to get what you want. But also you can use, on the other hand, you can use comparison to motivate yourself. For example, if 1 week ago I was at a quite low state, maybe I was watching lots of TV, eating snacks, binging, not really not engaging in good habits, I can compare myself to last week. And if I haven't changed since last week, I should be pissed off. I should be really annoyed. And then you use that dissatisfaction as a fuel to motivate you, to keep you going, to get you up and going. That's it for today. It was kind of a quick video, no script, just straight to it. Hopefully you got some valuable advice from it. I'm going to do a workout with my friend. Let me show you the workout place quickly. One sec. Look. It's down there. I think he's waiting for me. You see that guy behind the bars there? Vest? Yeah, that's Dylan. Look at this park as well. One sec. Ooh. It's nice. That's all from me, boys. Take care. Adios.